Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prem Sindhu Prabhu, for kindly introducing me. Prabhuji, I'm very grateful that you kindly introduced me. And thank you, Achintya Gopal Prabhu and Priyanka Mataji. Is she here? She's coming now. All right. And there are kids at home? What are their names?
The eldest daughter is Akshita.
Akshita.
Younger daughter is Adya.
Adya.
Third born is Darsh.
Akshita, Adya and Darsh. Okay. Oh, wonderful.
Darsh. Tricky to get into.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I'm very thankful to Achintya Gopal Prabhu, Priyanka Mataji, Akshita, Adya and Darsh. And that they kindly opened the doors of their home, invited all of us here, the devotees, and arranged for this wonderful program. Sri Jiva Goswami says in Gopal Champu that grihasthas who open the doors of their homes to organize some katha, they are like the roses of Vrindavan. Roses are roses everywhere, but there is something special about the roses of Vrindavan. What is special about the roses of Vrindavan? Anybody knows?
Offered to the Radha.
Okay. They are very fragrant, much more fragrant than other roses. Those of us who have noticed, the fragrance comes from a great distance for the roses in Vrindavan. So, dear devotee, Sri Jiva Goswami says, the roses are so fragrant that a bumblebee who may be flying high above Vrindavan and has no plans to stay in Vrindavan just becomes attracted by the fragrance of the roses, ends up staying in Vrindavan. So, dear devotees, I am also like that wandering bee. Prabhuji opened the door of his home and there was nice fragrance coming, but that fragrance was prasadam.
You will not leave Prabhu now.
No, I'll take prasadam and but I'm very thankful, and I'm thankful to Ram Tirtha Prabhu and Sita Sundari Mataji for kindly hosting me at their place, and grateful to all of you for kindly coming here. Dear devotees, today I have come here to show you some paintings, right? And if you like any one of the paintings, you can buy the painting, but you don't have to pay any money, right? It's not in exchange of money. These paintings are supposed to be drawn on the canvas of your heart, and if you like any painting, then you can purchase the painting, but the price you have to pay is that you have to memorize that verse. All right? If you like each verse is like a painting. So today I am going to be speaking some verses from a very beautiful literature called Padyavali. Padyavali is a compilation of very sweet verses by Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. I will be singing from this particular literature. But before I do that, there is Shishta Parampara, there is tradition to begin with Mangalacharan, auspicious invocations, Most of us know these verses. You can kindly sing along with me. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Gaur Premanande. So thank you once again, dear devotees, for kindly being present here today. I am very thankful to each and every one of you. And Priyanka Mataji is here or not here? No problem, no problem. No, okay. You will sit here, Prabhu, or you? Okay.
I'm getting the battery for the money is getting.
Acha. Oh, it's blinking.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so let's get it changed. Huh?
Yes, I'm trying to find it.
Okay. After Mangalacharan also there are some obstacles remaining, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much, dear devotees, for kindly being present here today. I am very grateful to each and every one of you for being here. Before we begin the program, we have performed Mangalacharan, auspicious invocations. It is also important to glorify the audience, because without glorifying the audience, a program cannot begin. Sri Rupa Goswami always set a tradition of glorifying the audience before beginning the program. Therefore, dear devotees, this verse is composed especially for all of you. This verse is in the meter Shikharini, and this verse is in front of you. Dear devotees, I'll try to sing the verse. Kindly repeat after me. Gabhiropyashrantam duradhikamaparo pinitaram Aharyam maryadam dadadapi Hare Raspadamapi. Sadam stoma brahmanyudayati samagre stagaitum. Vikaram nasparam jalanidhire vendau prabhavati. The meter is Shikharini. Alright, Shikharini is same as Jagannath Ashtakam, dear devotees. Now I will be asking you a few questions and please answer in yes or no. Sri Rupa Goswami is asking these questions. Dear devotees, think of a wonderful ocean in the night and please answer a few questions about the ocean. Gabhiro, is the ocean very deep and unfathomable? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ashrantam, is the ocean always restless?
Yes.
Duradhigama paro, is the ocean very difficult to cross and reach the other end?
Yes.
Nitaram, yes, this is true. Aharyam maryadam, even though the ocean is so big, doesn't the ocean maintain fixed boundaries usually? Dadadapi Hare Raspadamapi, and isn't the ocean a resting place of Bhagwan Hari?
Yes.
Dear devotees, but there is one thing about the ocean. Satam stomah premanyudayati samagre stagayitum, the ocean usually maintains fixed boundaries. But when the full moon arises over the ocean, dear devotees, the ocean swells and is unable to maintain fixed boundaries and crosses over its boundaries. Isn't it so? Hare, dear devotees, what are we describing? Can you tell me? What were we describing? Bolo, bolo.
Mind.
No.
Love.
No. What was Rupa Goswami describing? That's what I am asking. But while describing the ocean, dear devotees, did Sri Rupa Goswami end up describing the heart of all of you Vaishnavas? Gabhira, is the heart of the Vaishnavas unfathomably deep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ashrantam, is the heart of the Vaishnavas turbulent due to separation from Krishna?
Yes.
Duradhigama paro, is it difficult to cross over and reach the other end of the heart of the Vaishnavas? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Aharyam maryadam, doesn't the heart of the Vaishnavas maintain fixed boundaries of Vaidhi Bhakti? Yes, rules and regulations. They don't cross over. Hare Ras Padamapi, and isn't the heart of the Vaishnavas the residence of Hari?
Yes.
But dear devotees, when the full moon like Shri Krishna Chandra, his darshan arises within the hearts of the Vaishnavas, dear devotees, these hearts are unable to maintain the boundaries of Vaidhi Bhakti. They cross over. Dear devotees, their hearts swell in ecstasy and then suddenly they start exhibiting signs of ecstatic emotions such as tears, etc. Dear devotees, on the pretext of describing the ocean, Sri Rupa Goswami just described the hearts of all of you. Thank you, dear devotees, for being such a nice Sahriday audience. Welcome, dear devotees, to the program. We will begin with a statement by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says something in a lecture on 26th December 1972, a lecture that he gave in Mumbai. Prabhupada says something. Prabhuji, you have loud enough voice. Kindly.
Right.
Yes, Prabhuji. Kindly read what Srila Prabhupada says.
Narottam Das Thakur says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti. Eagerness. When will I try to understand Yugala Preeti, the conjugal love of Radha Krishna, through the literature of Rupa Raghunatha? To understand Radha Krishna and their love affairs, one has to understand through the literature given by Rupa Goswami.
Dear devotees, how many of us wish to understand Sri Sri Radha Krishna? Please raise your hands. So there is one way of understanding in our Sampradaya. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Haibe Akuti. Akuti means attachment. When will I have attachment to the Pade? What is the meaning of Pada, dear devotees? Pada means feet, but dear devotees, here Pada means poetry. Pada also means what? Poetry. Rupa Raghunatha Pade. When will I have attachment to the poetry of Sri Rupa and Raghunath Goswami? At that time I will understand. Tabe hama bujabo se yugale priti. Then I will understand what is the love of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Dear devotees, this is an attempt to present some aspects of the love of the divine couple through the literature of Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Dear devotees, our Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he was very happy in Vrindavan. Very happy. In Vrindavan, there were three devotees who gave him the greatest pleasure. The three devotees who gave him the greatest pleasure in Vrindavan are, dear devotees, please repeat after me. First devotee is Vrindavan, because Vrindavan is Vrinda Devi. Right? Second is Govardhan, and third is Yamuna. These three devotees consist of the entirety of Vrajamandal. All the Vrajamandal is composed of these three devotees. Who are the three devotees? Yeah. These three gave the greatest pleasure to Sri Krishna, but God knows what happened. Suddenly one day he decided to get up and leave for the city. Dear devotees, our Bhagavan left one day to go to one city. Which city, dear devotees? Yeah, I don't want to be that village boy, I want to go to the city and improve my lifestyle. Common desire, isn't it? So one day our Bhagavan also decided, I don't want that village lifestyle. I will go to the city and live with those sophisticated people of the city, Who wants to live with these villagers? Dear devotees, our Bhagavan then went to which city, dear devotees? Mathura. And in Mathura also he was not happy. Gradually from Mathura he shifted to another city. What was the name of that city? Dwarka. Dear devotees, in Dwarka our Bhagavan thought the Vrajavasis will be crying in separation from me because they will be hankering after me. Dear devotees, but in love does one person cry or both people have to cry? Both people have to cry. And how many here have fallen in love? See, you are Hare Krishnas, you don't fall in love, isn't it? Acha. Okay. I'll make it easier for you. How many have fallen in love with their children? Raise your hands. See, without falling in love, we had children. Anyways. So, dear devotees, in love, does one person cry or both people have to cry? Both people have to cry. So, dear devotees, our Bhagavan was thinking these Vrajavasis will cry out of separation from me, but he also had to cry, dear devotees, when he was in which particular place? Dwarka. Sri Rupa Goswami captures this mood of Sri Krishna when he was in Dwarka. You can see here, dear devotees, he is being served very well. There is no desire remaining. Everything seems to be fulfilled, dear devotees, but something is lacking in Dwarka. Sri Rupa Goswami captures this emotion in his Padyavali. This is the following verse in Padyavali. This verse is in the meter Shardula Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I'll try to sing it. Please repeat after me. Tambulam swamukharda charvitamita ko me mukhe nikshipe. Tambulam swamukharda charvitamita ko me mukhe nikshipe. Tum marga prasritam cha jatu vachanai ko mam vashe sthapaye. Ye hiti vidur sarita bhuja swanke nidhaya dhuna. Kili srasta shikhandakam mama punar vyadhuya badhanatuka. In Dwarka, one day our Bhagwan suddenly, when nobody was there in his room, Bhagwan started crying. Dear devotees, our Bhagwan is thinking something. Tambulam. What is the meaning of tambul, dear devotees? Pan. Pan is known as tambul, betel leaf. You have so much betel leaf in Dwarka. Why are you crying for betel leaf? Not any betel leaf. Swamukardha charvitam. Mother Yashoda used to chew half and give remaining half. In my childhood, Mother Yashoda would chew upon half the betel leaf and then feed me remaining half. Ko me mukhe nikshipe. Now who will feed me that half chewed tambul? Tambul is available in Dwarka, but it doesn't have the sweetness of the half chewed tambul of Mother Yashoda. Dear devotees, then he says, Unmarga prasritam. If I walk on an incorrect path in life, then who will call me Chatu Vachanai with sweet words and tell me, Krishna, don't do like this. In my childhood, I used to do many incorrect things. What are some of the incorrect things that Krishna did in his childhood? Steal, Then who will call me and say, Krishna, this is not good. Hey, you are born in a good family. Why do you do like this? Chatu Vachan, which means very sweet words. Who will give me and bring me Vashe Sthapayat? Who will bring me again on the correct path? Today, if I commit an incorrect activity, people start worshipping me. I am the Acharya of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is thinking. In the Bhagavad Gita, I have said, Yuddhe chapi apalayanam. One of the duties of a Kshatriya is, in war, one should never show their back. Isn't it, dear devotees? Dear devotees, after saying in Bhagavad Gita that a Kshatriya should never show his back in a battle, when Kal Yavan came, what did Krishna do? Ran away and showed his back in the battle. Somebody should have told him, Are Bhagavad Gita. But instead of correcting him, people started worshipping him. Now today, who will bring him back on the correct path in life? And then Hiti, who will Vidura Sarita Bhuja, with open arms, who will call, Hey, come, sit here. Swanke Nidhaya, make me sit on her lap. And Keli Srasta Shikhandakam, and my peacock feather used to fall out of place due to playing too much. Who will now open it up, tie it again tightly around my head. Today they just fixed it on my mukut permanently using glue tack. No, not using glue tack, but today they embroidered it, they engraved it on my mukut permanently. So today that fun is not there. I really miss those days in Vrindavan when I had the association of Mother Yashoda and Vrajavasis. Dear devotees, here is the translation. Prabhu, can you kindly read the translations?
Now, who will take half-chewed betel nuts from her own mouth and place them in mine? Now who will subdue me with sweet words when I depart from the path of righteousness? Now who will say, come here, wave her arm, place me on her lap and retie my peacock feather when it falls due to playing around in Vraja?
Dear devotees, all of this is available in Dwarka. Is it possible to have all of this in Dwarka? Who will feed him half chewed bitter leaf? Anybody tries to feed their remnants to the king of Dwarka, the soldiers will chop off the head. Yes. This is the condition in Dwarka. Dear devotees, whose loss? Vrajavasi's loss or Krishna's loss? Why Krishna's loss? Whose loss is greater? Vrajavasi's loss is greater or Krishna's loss is greater? Think nicely. The Vrajavasis all have to cry for how many people? And he has to cry for how many people? So whose loss is greater? Speak louder. Whose loss is greater? That's a Gaudiya Vaishnava. That's a Gaudiya Vaishnava. Now you are crying. And when you were leaving on that chariot of Akrur, and we were trying to stop you, and we fell ahead of the chariot, and you spoke a lie through your teeth, I will come back. Why did you say? Who told you to leave? Dear devotees, since the day he left Vrindavan, this particular person has not picked up the flute. Can you imagine? Since the day he left Vrindavan, he could not pick up the flute. Why? Because kings don't pay to play flutes, do they? That's a weakness for a king. Hare Maharaj of Dwarka was playing flute. Achha. The soldiers will tell the spies, and the spies will tell other rival kings like Shishupal and Jarasan. Maharaj of Dwarka was playing flute. We told you he's still a cowherd. Dear devotees, our Bhagavan remembers how in Sri Vrindavan each and every one was so dear to his heart. It was so simple and so sweet in their dealings. And in Dwarka, they are all so formal and sophisticated city dwellers. In Vrindavan, they were all very simple cowherds. He remembers how Sri Radha used to win his heart simply by displaying wonderful emotions in her eyes. The devotees, Sri Rupa Goswami recollects what Krishna would remember about Sri Radha. This is in the Dan Keli Kaumudi of Sri Rupa Goswami. This verse is in the same meter Shardula Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I'll try to sing. Please repeat after me. Antasmiratayojjvala jalakana vyakirna pakshmankura vyakirna pakshmankura Kinchit patalitanchalar rasikato sikta pura kunchati. Kinchit patalitanchalar rasikato sikta pura kunchati. Ruddhaya pati madhavena madhura vyabhugna tarotara. Radhaya kila kinchitastabakini drashti shriyam vakriya. Radhaya kila kinchitastabakini drashti shriyam vakriya. He remembers when he would be walking around Govardhan, and he would see there is a place in Govardhan called Dan Ghati. Dan Ghati is the place where he demanded some tax. So he remembers one fine day around Dan Ghati is a very narrow lane. Shri Radha was walking down that Dan Ghati. He was hiding behind the tree. Suddenly, when she came near, he jumped and said, "Stop." Aisa. As soon as he stopped her, many emotions developed in her eyes simultaneously. Dear devotees, here the emotions in her eyes that he wanted to see, and she developed those emotions exactly at that time when he wanted to see them. Sri Rupa Goswami says, Antah smera tayojvala. Her eyes developed antah smera, inner smile. One is external smile. You smile using the face. Have you seen inner smile? You smile using the eyes, dear devotees. See here. Sorry, my expressibility is very limited. All right. Still, I am trying. Antah smerataya. She smiled not using her face, but she smiled using her eyes. Ujjvala, and because of this, her eyes lit up. Ras jalakana vyakirna pakshmankura. Suddenly, tears of joy came in her eyes, but she prevented those tears from coming. She blinked her eyes quickly. Because of that, there were unshed tears on her eyelashes. There were small drops on her eyelashes. Kinchit patalitanchala. And the anchala, the corners of her eyes were kinchit patalita. There was slight reddish. Rasikata utsikta. And they were drenched with joy. Some eyes appear very dry. You have to put ointment to make them wet. Some eyes are rasika. They appear very wet due to rasa, due to emotions. Pura kunchati. And these eyes were slightly contracted because she wanted to show some fear and resistance. Ruddhaya pathi madhavena. All these emotions developed simultaneously in her eye because Ruddhaya, she was prevented on the path by Madhava. And as soon as she was prevented on the path, another thing developed in her eye. Madhura vyabhugna tarottara. There was that sparkling tara, that sparkling iris in her eyes. Dear devotees, simply by seeing this, our Sri Krishna forgot to say anything else. Stop for what? Nothing. So, our Bhagavan ended up being defeated simply by looking at the eyes of Sri Radha. Radha yaha kilakinchita stabakini. May the stabakini, the beautiful bouquet of emotions in the eyes of Sri Radha, drishti, shriyam vah kriyat, give auspiciousness to all of you, dear devotees. This is the translation, Prabhu. Kindly read.
On being stopped by Madhava as she was walking down the path, Radha's eyes developed a bouquet of wonderful emotions. These eyes glistened due to her inner smile. The eyelashes got adorned with unshed tears of joy. The corners of the eyes got reddish and drenched in joyous emotions. These eyes were slightly contracted and glancing in a sidelong manner. May this glance of Sri Radha, containing the Kilakinchita, bouquet of various emotions, ensure auspiciousness for all of you.
The devotees, our Bhagavan remembers, Are, in Dwarka there is nobody who can do this. In Dwarka, what will he do? For Rukmini, he will say, stop where? Maharaj, what are you doing? Huh? Is everything okay? No, give me tax. Maharaj, you are taking tax from the entire kingdom. Oh, huh? What are you doing? This, dear devotees, is the sweetness that he misses the most in Sri Vrindavan. One time, Sri Radha, she asked him a question. Krishna, can you do anything for me? Sure, why not? Try asking. Can you do one thing? Can you come tomorrow outside my home and call me. Someone is at the front door. Can you come tomorrow in the middle of the night outside my home and call me outside? He said, sure, but how will I call you outside? If I knock on the door, then your in-laws will wake up. No. From outside you make a sound. What sound should I make? If I make a sound, they'll wake up. No. You make the sound of a cuckoo. Cuckoo? But no cuckoo makes sound in the middle of the night. No, you make the sound, I will come out. All right. Dear devotees, our Bhagavan came the next night outside in the middle of the night. Outside whose home? Sri Radha. Dear devotees, Sri Rupa Goswami describes in Padyavali that the following happened after that. Okay. Verse is in the same meter. Please sing after me. Sanketi krit kokiladini nadam kamsa dvisha kurvato
Sanketi krit kokiladini nadam kamsa dvisha kurvato
Dvarunmuchanalola shankhavalaya kvanam muhu shrinvata
Dvarunmuchanalola shankhavalaya kvanam muhu shrinvata
Keyam iti pragalbhajarati vakyena dunatmano Radha prangana kauna koli vitabe krode gata sharvari
Radha prangana kauna koli vitabe krode gata sharvari.
Next night, our cuckoo arrived outside the home. All right. Sanketi krita, he made that indicatory noise. Kokiladini nadam. Which bird, dear devotees? Cuckoo. All right. In the middle of the night, our cuckoo called out. Coo! How did the cuckoo call out? Are wonderful. All of you are also very nice. Kokiladini nadam. Our cuckoo called out in the night. Rupa Goswami also doesn't hesitate, doesn't miss the opportunity to cast a sarcastic pebble at Krishna. Kamsa dvisha kurvato. Ore wah, enemy of Kamsa, wonderful. What are you doing? Ore wah. Look, this is the enemy of Kamsa. The person who doesn't hesitate to beat his chest in front of Kamsa is now hiding outside Sri Radha's door in Vrindavan. Look at what has happened to our enemy of Kamsa. Sri Radha heard, our cuckoo is here. She woke up. Dvaron mochana. She went gradually to open the door. And when she was about to open the door, Lola Shankha Valaya, one of the bells on her ankles, made a slight sound. Kwanam Muhu Shrinvata. Somebody heard the sound. Dear devotees, Keyam iti. Now this sounds very sweet from my mouth. But when Jatila heard that sound from her, she loudly shouted, Keyam, who's there? This Keyam reached the cuckoo, dear devotees. Pragalbha Jarati means she is a very frustrated old lady with no other purpose in life other than spoiling Krishna's plans, dear devotees. Vakena do not mano, her words do not mano, brought depression to the heart of Krishna. Our Bhagavan became depressed outside. Obviously, Sri Radha is not coming out right now. Still, our Bhagavan didn't give up hope. Maybe after some time she will come. Let me hide here. Radha Prangana in Radharani's courtyard. Kona in a dark corner. Kohli Vitapi under a thick badri tree where he cannot be seen. He kept waiting. Kept waiting. Maybe she will come now. Maybe she will come now. Gata Sharvari, entire night passed, dear devotees. But nobody came out. Dear devotees, is our Bhagavan successful in every attempt of love in Vrindavan? Yes or no? No. Our Bhagavan has to undergo many frustrations in Vrindavan in order to attain success in love. He remembers all those wonderful days. Sometimes he would meet with failure. Dwarka, they are all married. And as all of you know, marriage is the end of love. Why are you laughing? Huh? Did I speak some unpalatable truth? Huh? So, all of these things cannot be had with Rukmini or any other queen because they're married. Maharaj, why are you making sound of cuckoo? This, dear devotees, it is. Prabhuji, now this time can you read the translation?
As he began to imitate a cuckoo's voice in order to indicate Radha to come out and meet him, she heard the call and walked towards the door to open it. The tinkling sounds of her anklet bells was heard by the old lady, who shouted out, "Who's there? Who's there?"
Not so sweet, Prabhu. Itna
Who is there? Who is there? Hearing these bold words, our enemy of nuns became dejected at heart and spent the entire night hiding in a corner under a badari tree in Radha's court.
So this is our enemy of Kamsa. We know his reality. Huh? Dear devotees, therefore we miss him very much outside when he has gone out of Vrindavan. Why did you leave Vrindavan? You could have stayed here happily. But you wanted to become, Bada Sahab, Bada Maharaj, big Maharaj you wanted to be. So you went outside Vrindavan. The devotees, our Bhagavan also remembers Sri Radha sometimes would develop man. Man is sulkiness, anger due to some reason. One time she told Krishna, okay, chalo, yesterday we could not meet, you came, you called out, but suddenly Jatila woke up, so I could not come out. Can we do something? Yeah. Can you meet me tomorrow in the evening, before sunset? Sure, why not? Next day in the evening, she was waiting. Our Bhagavan was running late by 2 hours. So our Krishna is running on Indian Standard Time. Huh? Parampara started. So Sri Radha became, she knew why this person is late. He is late because he wants me to become what? Angry. So he wants to see my angry face. Sometimes Krishna desires, always happiness is not good. Sometimes some quarrel should also be there. So I should be a little angry. So Sri Radha became a little angry and went away from there in her secret hiding place, which is called as Mohan Mandir. What is it called as? Mohan Mandir. Today we Gaudiya Vaishnavas love to add Radha before every name, so we call it Radha Mohan Mandir. What do we call it? Radha Mohan. So she went in her hiding place called as Mohan Mandir. Our Bhagwan Shri Krishna came 2 hours late. Oh my goodness, she is not here. Where has she gone? Oh no, is she angry? So then he looked at the footsteps and he traced the footsteps and then arrived at Mohan Mandir. And our Bhagavan knocked on the door. Please open the door. From inside, Lalita Devi's voice came. Get out if you still desire auspiciousness. So, I am sorry. I'm sorry. I saw, so many things going on at home. Yeah, we know you are very busy. Get out. Please. Nobody opened the door. Our Bhagavan stood outside. In between, he used to knock. I'm still here. After some time, he sat down outside the gate. Suddenly, the door slightly opened. Our Bhagavan became happy. The door opened only so much that Lalita Devi came outside. He was excited, and then she closed the door. And then Sri Lalita Devi said something to him. She said, Krishna, hear what I am saying and immediately go to your home. Don't stay here. If you want your benefit, don't stay here. Just hear what I am saying. This verse is described in the Padyavali. Sri Rupa Goswami compiles this verse. This verse is in the meter Arya. Arya is slightly difficult to sing, but I'll still try to sing. Please repeat after me. Sa sarvathaiva rakta. Sa sarvathaiva rakta. Ragam gunje vano mukhe vahate. Ragam gunje vano mukhe vahate. Vachana patostava ragah. Vachana patostava ragah. Kevalam asya shukasyeva. Kevalam asya shukasyeva. Hear this carefully, Krishna, and then immediately go back. Don't stay here. Sa sarvathaiva rakta. She, Radharani, sarvathaiva rakta. She is fully drenched in the brilliant color of love. Dear devotees, what is the color of love? Red. She is fully drenched in the brilliant red color of love. Ragam, her love, gunja iva, is like a gunja seed. How many of us have seen a gunja seed? Okay, one person. All right. So, what is the color of a gunja seed, Mataji? Red. But it has some other color. Black. On the mouth, it is slightly black. The rest of the body is red. Those of you who have not seen, don't worry. Today we have PowerPoint, so I will show you. All right? Ragam gunja iva. Her love is like gunja seed. She has love in her entire body for you, but her only problem is, just as gunja is black at mouth, she is not able to speak it expertly through the mouth. And therefore you take her for granted, isn't it? Huh? But quiet. Vachana patos, you word juggler. Huh? Tavaraga, your love, kevalam asya, only on the mouth. Nowhere else. Shuka seva, just like a parrot is read only in the mouth, nowhere else. You heard, Krishna? Her love is like a gunja seed. Can you see, dear devotees? That's a gunja seed. And your love is like a parrot's beak. Read only on the mouth, nowhere else, only on mouth. I love you. Where is your love if you are 2 hours late? You heard, Krishna? Now chalo, get out. Our Bhagavan is depressed and starts walking back to Nanda Maharaj's palace. This is the translation. Prabhu, can you read?
She, Radha, is completely drenched in the brilliant red color of love, exactly like a gunja seed. O expert word juggler Krishna, her love is not like your love, which remains only on the mouth, exactly like the red color of the parrot's beak.
Now these dear devotees, our Bhagavan Shri Krishna then bowed down his head. Oh no, I have committed a mistake, big mistake. Now what to do? Why was she angry? He wanted her to become angry, but why is she angry? Then he starts walking back to Nanda Maharaj's home. Dear devotees, on that same evening, our Bhagavan is going to commit the second terrible mistake of the same day. Would you like to hear about the second terrible mistake that he committed on the same day? So because you see, our Bhagavan in Vrindavan is very special. And how many of us want to fall in love with a God who is ever perfect, never makes mistakes, never speaks lies? Well, raise your hands. Oh. And how many want to fall in love with a Bhagavan who constantly makes mistakes, cries, speaks lies, does a big drama over everything? Please raise your hands. Arre, wow, wow. Dear devotees, our Bhagavan was bowed down his head, his mind is reeling. Oh no, I have committed a big aparat towards Sri Radha. Why did I offend Sri Radha? Oh no, Sri Radha is angry on me. So while returning, he did something else. Dear devotees, second biggest mistake. Alright. This verse is in the meter Shardul Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I'll sing, please sing after me. Radha Mohan Mandiradupagata Chandravali Muchivan
Radha Mohan Mandiradupagata Chandravali Muchivan
Radhe Kshemamihedi Tasya Vachanam Shrutva Chandravali
Radhe Kshemamihedi Tasya Vachanam Shrutva Chandravali
Kamsa Kshemamaye Vimugdha Hridaye Kamsa Kvadrishtastvaya
Sakshemamaye Vimugdha Hridaye Kamsa Kvadrishtastvaya
Radha Kveti Vilajjito Natamukha Smero Hare Patuva
Radha Kriti Vilajjito Natamukha Smero Hari Patuva
Radha Mohan Mandirat Upagatas. While returning from which place, dear devotees? Radha Mohan Mandir. His head is bowed down, he is returning. Suddenly on the way, he sees Chandravali. Whom did he see? Uchivan. Suddenly he said to Chandravali, Radhe Kshemamiheti. Oh Radha, is everything okay with you? Mistake is mistake. This is Maha mistake, dear devotees. This mistake is such a big mistake that it deserves a special name of its own. So Sri Rupa Goswami gives it a different. This mistake is given a technical name in the literature of Sri Rupa Goswami. This mistake is called, please repeat, Gotra Skhalanam. And the name itself is incorrect. So he looks at Chandravali and his mind is reeling and thinking about whom? This is Radhe Kshemamiheti. Oh, Radha, is everything okay? Tasya Vachanam, his words. Shrutva, hearing his words. Chandravali. Chandravali replied, Kamsa Kshemamaya. Yes, Maharaj comes. Everything is okay. How are you, Maharaj Kans? Aye Vimugdha Hridaye, oh foolish girl. Kamsa Kvadrishtastvaya. Where did you see Kamsa? Radha Kveti. First you tell me where you saw Radha. Oh my God. Oh no. Vilajjito became ashamed. Natamukha bowed down his head. Smero still smiling. Now, dear devotees, it takes a special type of person to keep smiling in such a situation. What type of person keeps smiling in such a situation? Bolo. There is a word for that. It came out from Achintya Gopal Prabhu. Acha, what type of person?
Shameless.
That's a good Vaishnav. You say, Thoda louder, Prabhuji. What sort of person?
Shameless.
Dear devotees, what sort of person? So that is the indicated meaning behind his smiling. Smero means still smiling. Dear devotees, in my childhood, I had a bad habit. I'm confessing. Sorry, don't repeat this only. There was this chalk, which you write on slate. I love to eat chalk. So one time my mother caught me eating chalk. So and that not that refined chalk. There used to be that crude chalk. It was more tastier. So my mother once caught me eating chalk. So she caught my hand and said, Arshad is civil name. Arshad, next time you will not eat chalk, okay? I said, okay. No, sure, why not? The next time I made sure that she is not there. And then I am eating. But she is also intelligent. She was keeping count of the chalk. So 10 chalks are missing in one day. Now my boy is not so studious that So again she took me in a corner and then she held my hand and said with a stick in her hand, Harshad, next time you eat chalk, you are going to get it. I said, okay. So next time I went to neighbor's home where my friend was. So after some days, his mother came and told my mother. So you can imagine what might have happened that day. See, it is not allowed here in the United States of America. So that happened that day. All right. Then she said, now you understood, next time you will not eat. So I was looking, okay. Still I am smiling. So my mother said something to me that day, which I remember till today. Please repeat word after me. This is a sutra. Nirlajja sada sukhi. So, Nirlajja sada sukhi. Shameless person is always happy. So I took that sutra to heart. Her meaning was, because you are nirlajja, therefore you are sada sukhi. So I changed the subject and predicate. If I want to remain always happy, I should learn to become what? Bas. So this, dear devotees, is our Bhagwan, who is still smiling after making the second horrible mistake of the same evening. This is the translation. Prabhu, kindly read.
On a particular day, as Krishna returned from a secret place named Radha Mohan Mandir, he found Chandravali on the pathway. He suddenly said, "Oh Radhe, is everything okay with you?" Chandravali too replied back, "Yes, Maharaj Kans. How about you?" Surprised by this, Krishna replied, "Where did you see Kans?" To this she replied, "You tell me where you saw Radha." Realizing his mistake, he bent down his head and smiled. May that smiling Hari protect all of you.
First, let him protect himself. बाद में protect all of you. So, dear devotees, this is not available in Dwarka. That Srimati Radharani became angry on him. He tried once in Dwarka to make Rukmini angry. He tried once. Let's see what happens. Rukmini, is everything okay in our marriage? Were you in proper frame of mind when you married me? I'm just asking, They say there were so many good kings who wanted you, and my reputation was also not good. People should not take rash decisions in life. It seems that you ended up making a rash decision, but there is still time, Maybe, if you so desire. By the time he had said that, Rukmini had fallen unconscious. And he had to manifest 4 arms, 2 arms to protect her, 2 arms to caress her head. Arey, wake up, wake up. Then when she woke up, she was crying, there were tears all over. Arey, I was joking with you. Can't a poor householder joke with his wife? Huh? Acha, you were joking with me. Why didn't you tell me before? I said. This is Rukmini's nature. On the other side is Satyabhama. My father, Satrajit, Samantak money, he has every day 2 kg of gold. I bought so much with in my dowry. At Samantak jewel I bought every day 2 kg. You are getting. Sometimes some marriages are like that. My father's home is the best. My father's relatives are the best. My family members are the best. Everything from my side is the best. So and you, if you commit even a small mistake, I'll not forgive you. So for her, anger is so much. Satyabhama, once she became angry, he had to fight with Indra to pacify her. So one side is Rukmini, who doesn't understand any man. Huh? On other side is Satyabhama, who has an overdose of man. Huh? Isme our Bechara Maharaj is somewhere in between. He is looking, he hankers for this, but he is not able to attain it in Dwarka, dear devotees. So our Bhagwan Sri Krishna went home that day. Oh no, I successfully ended up offending 2 on the same day, Radha and Chandravali. He went home and said, Chandravali we will deal with later. First let's think about pacifying home. Radha. So he went to his home, what to do. How to pacify? I have an idea. He went to Nanda Maharaj. Baba, hi, bolo beta. What? Baba, I have one desire. Bolo what? I will fulfill all your desires. Baba, every morning you invite many people to the morning assembly. Huh? Baba, I want that we should once invite Maharaj Vrishabhanu tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, Maharaj Vrishabhanu? Yes, Baba. Sure, why not? With family. Of course, Krishna. So that night, a messenger, a doot was sent to Maharaj Vrishabhanu's palace. And the doot said, Nanda Maharaj requests the honor of your presence tomorrow morning in the morning assembly. Kindly come with family. Thanking you. Please RSVP. No, there's no RSVP that time. So Maharaj Vrishabhanu said, yes, we will come. Next morning, so now dear devotees, you can see the crookedness. First I will offend you and then I will force you to come to my home. This is the level of crookedness. And then dear devotees, next morning, in the morning assembly, Maharaj Vrishabhanu came. Now you have to draw painting in your heart. There's a big assembly hall, all right? And in this assembly hall, Krishna, his family are sitting on one end, Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, etc. On the other end, Sri Radha, Maharaj Vrishabhanu, her mother Kirtida Sundari, she is sitting on the other end. Alright? And in between, there are musicians who are playing music, and there are windows on all corners from where sunlight is coming. Okay? This thing you have to keep in your heart. Our Bhagavan Sri Krishna is trying to. And Sri Radha, they said that. She is not looking at him. Dear devotees, at this point of time, our Bhagavan came up with a brilliant trick. Alright? This verse is in the meter Shikharini, same as Jagannath Ashtakam. I will try to sing. Please repeat after me. Shiraschayam Krishna Swayam Akrita Radha Charanayo Bhujavalli Chayamiyam Apita Diya Pratikritau Idi Grida Kope Nibritamu Bhayora Pyanunaya Prasadau Jiyastam Abhiguru Samaksham Stitavato Our Krishna is waving his hand. She is saying that, don't look at me. Our Bhagavan suddenly, Shiras Chayam Krishna, our Krishna took the shadow of his head. Swayam Akrita, and himself placed that shadow. Radha Charanayo, at whose lotus feet? Dear devotees, she saw that only she noticed that the shadow of his head is coming towards her. She wanted to go behind, but there is wall behind. She cannot escape. Suddenly, the shadow of Bhagwan's head comes and touches Sri Radha's feet. She becomes happy. This person is a genius, mega genius. Bhujavalli Chayam, she also takes the shadow of both her hands and places it on the shadow of Krishna's head. Idi Krida Kope, this was sulkiness. She was angry just for fun. She knew Krishna wanted only this much anger, not more. So she got relieved of her anger. Nibritamu Bhayora Pyanunaya. All glories to the Anunaya, to the act of begging forgiveness. Who was begging forgiveness, dear devotees? Prasadau, and who was giving forgiveness? Jiyastam, all glories to these two activities. Why? Guru Samaksham, because both of them did it in front of their parents and parents didn't even come to know about it. Sitavato. This, dear devotees, is how Bhagavan relieved the sulkiness of Sri Radha. Kindly read the translation, Prabhuji.
In order to placate Sri Radha, Krishna voluntarily placed the shadow of his head at her feet. She too put the shadow of both her palms on the shadow of the head of Krishna. In this way, both of them, seated in front of their seniors, pacified each other and relieved their sulkiness. May this act of placation by Krishna and loving forgiveness by Sri Radha be victorious in all the world.
These dear devotees, this verse was, last year a devotee from Europe, they happened to see this verse. One Mataji from Europe, she is born in Slovenia. She happened to hear this verse. She was very impressed, and I did not have a proper painting for this, so she said she'll make a painting for this. This dear devotees is the painting she made. So this painting was made in the Kerala mural style. Although she is from Slovenia, she is born in Europe. She learned the Kerala mural style of painting, and she made this painting specifically for this verse of Sri Rupa Goswami. So you can also see the sun has been strategically placed behind Krishna, so the shadow is proper. So this is what happened, dear devotees, at that point of time. Our Bhagavan remembers that in Vrindavan, there used to be a very joyous event. Very joyous event. This event is called Holi. What is it called? Holi. And Holi in Vrindavan is very different. Dear devotees, you can see a small glimpse of how the Holi in Vrindavan used to be. And dear devotees, Sri Jiva Goswami says there is no Holi without gali. What is gali, dear devotees? Chastisement, very soft. Please repeat after me. Loving abusive words. So there is no Holi, dear devotees, without? Acha, who says? Srila Jiva Goswami in Gopal Champu. He says, this verse is in the meter Vasanta Tilakam, same as Brahma Samhita. Please sing after me. Narmanga gali rudaka kshipayantra yuktir Dandi prapatana nivartana kelirite Kanta kriti vyatikrita grahanam sakhina Sahayakam yudhi babhau hari horikaya Hari horikaya. In Hari's Holi in Vrindavan, first and foremost what took place, Narmanga gali. I have highlighted in red. What is the term in red? This word is by Sri Jiva Goswami in Gopal Champu. Narmanga gali. Gali, loving abusive words which are very much a part of Narmanga, very much a part of loving relationship. If you really love somebody, the test is that are you able to give what? Otherwise it's formality. Alright. So dear devotees, many months of pent up suppressed emotions come out in the form of one package, and this package is known as what? Gali. Narma anga is very important part of a loving relationship. Now the galis in Vrindavan don't degrade you. The galis just hurt your ego. You know? So one time Sri Krishna saw Sri Radha and he said, "Oh, Vrishabhanu Ja." You know? What is the meaning? Ja means born from whom? Vrishabhanu. She understood this person is up to no good. What he meant to say was Vrishabha Anuja, younger sister of a bull, Vrishab. Acha. Oh, Gandharva Nandan, how are you? her reply to Krishna. Oh Gandharva Nandan, how are you? What is Gandharva Nandan? Son of a Gandharva. In Sanskrit, Gandharva Nandan means a donkey, dear devotee. When the donkey brays, even the Gandharvas in the heaven start laughing. So one of the Sanskrit names of a donkey is Gandharva Nandan, he who gives joy even to the Gandharvas by his singing. So, oh Gandharva Nandan, I am okay. How are you? So this is the nature of Gali, where in Sri Vrindavan. Narmanga Gali. On Holi, there was definitely Gali. Udaka Kshipa, Yantra. There was Yantra, equipment to throw water. Which equipment, dear devotees? Water syringe, Pichkari. Yukti. Dandi Prapatan. There was threatening with sticks. You come here, you get one good dandi. Nivartana, Keli Riti. And there was protecting oneself from sticks, running away from sticks. Kanta Kriti Vyatikrita. And there was falling down and making others fall in the mud. Grahanam Sakhinam, Sahayakam Yudhi, because there was a big war on that day, dear devotees. Hari Horikaya, our Hari was celebrating what, dear devotees? Holi in Sri Vrindavan. Prabhu, you kindly read.
During holy celebrations, there was Gali, giving loving abusive words, which are very important part of a loving relationship. Besides Gali, there was profuse use of water spraying guns, etc., making others fall down by using sticks, attacks and counterattacks by gopis and Krishna.
Acha. In Dwarka also there is Holi. In the morning, queens will come with thali, not gali. Okay. The thali has colors of Holi. Me thoda idhar. Happy Holi Maharaj. Same to you. Don't try to give gali here. You don't give gali to royal princesses, all right? Not especially not to Satyabhama. So these dear devotees. So in his heart he always remained a cowherd. This is a fact. Dear devotees, in his heart he always remained a cowherd. And Sri Rupa Goswami understood this. Dear devotees, he also remembers this pastime of Dan, exacting toll tax. So one day he was, another day he was, उसको in Hindi में बोलते घात लगाकर बैठना. There is no exact equivalent of in English. But those of you who understand, I'll try to translate in English. To wait for that opportune moment, to sit hiding, waiting for the opportune moment. That's the rough translation. But Hindi has that punch, ghat laga kar baithna, all right? So one day he was ghat laga kar baitha hua, all right? So that's how. One day he was waiting for that opportune moment, dear devotees. He and his friends were there. Subal, Sri, Dam, Arjun, Sakha, they were all there. That day he had bought his friend. Last time he tried using her eyes, she made him speechless. This time he had his friends, dear devotees. So he was waiting. Suddenly Sri Radha along with her friends, they are carrying this yogurt and milk, and suddenly once again our Bhagwan Shri Krishna and the boys jump and they stop. Are what? What happened? So Subal Sakha says, first and foremost, pay obeisances to our chief toll collector here. Idhar, here are his feet. Chalo, dandavat pranam karo, chalo. This is Rupa Goswami's Dan Keli Kaumudi, devotees from Rupa Goswami's literature. So Subal said, first and foremost, his Maharaj comes as chosen toll collector. Pay pranams. Vishakha said, we know how much this prince of cowherds is worthy of respect. Don't tell us. But today we will not pay pranam. Why? Because we have taken a vow of carrying fresh butter to fire sacrifice. There is Bhaguri Muni is conducting a fire sacrifice. Purnamasi Devi told us not to bow down in front of anyone except a Dvija, twice born. Acha. Then Arjun Sakha jumps and says, our chief toll collector also has taken a vow today. You have also taken a vow. Both of you have taken a vow. So let's do one thing. You first pay obeisance to him, then he will pay obeisance to you. The latter is never going to happen, dear devotee. All right? There is no harm in paying respect to a person who has taken a vow. By all of you are observing similar vow. Lalita Sakhi becomes... Cha? Lalita Sakhi asks. Please repeat, dear devotees. Please say what Lalita Sakhi asks. Wow. Suddenly Krishna jumps in and says, you have to repeat after me, okay? Nityam avalar buddha dvijavasanatanam nama vratam. अरे बोलो. नहीं ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Once again. Nityam avalar buddha dvijavasanatanam nama vratam. बोलो. अरे ऐसे नहीं, ऐसा बोलोगे तो कृष्णा will laugh on you. अच्छा ओके. I will make it easy for you. ठीक है? नित्यम अबल अर्बुद द्विज वसन दानम नाम व्रतम. This is how we do in ISKCON, word for word. In the spiritual world, you don't have time for the word for word. In the spiritual world, you have to repeat. Nityam avalar buddha dvijavasanatanam nama vratam. अभी तो बोलो. अरे बर नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा. अच्छा ठीक है. So what is the meaning of this term, dear devotees? Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the understanding in his commentary. I will speak the original Sanskrit and you read the translation. Okay? I have given numbers to every term. Please only read the English translation. Nityam, Abala, Arbuda, Dvija, Vasana, Danam, Namavratam. So dear devotees, what is the vow? The vow of donating cloth every day to 100 million. What sort of vow is this? No. This person is maha crooked. There must be something behind what he is saying. Let's repeat the scene, okay? Lalita Devi says, what does Lalita Devi say? Wow. Suddenly Krishna jumps. Nityam avalar buddha dvijavasanatanam nama vratam. बोलो. अरे अभी कितना मार बोलना है ना. अच्छा no problem. Here it is again. ठीक है? Now please repeat the translation. What Krishna actually wanted to say. Nityam abala arbuda Dvija Vasana Danam Namavratam. Why should one not give gali? There is ample reason to give gali, dear devotees. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur brought out both the meanings because he could understand what is there hidden in the poetry of Sri Rupa Goswami. Our Bhagwan remembers all these, dear devotees, but our Bhagwan made the decision of going to Mathura. Dear devotees, it's a very the most difficult decision that our Bhagavan took. Everything was happy. Dear devotees, everything was nice. Everything was all perfect. Suddenly one day, that person ended up coming to Vrindavan, whose name is, God knows who named him like that, the exact opposite of his qualities. Who is that person? I don't know why Vyasdev maintained that name, even after knowing that his qualities are exact opposite of his name. Because by nature he is what? Krura. The activity he is doing is Krura, and he is named Akrura. There must be a hidden reason. You know why he is Akrura? Why he is Akrura, dear devotees? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aksharanam akarosmi. Amongst all the alphabets, I am which alphabet? A. So, A means Krishna. So, A eva Krura. One who is as cruel as whom? Krishna. Therefore, he is known as what? Krura. समझ में आ गया? Anyways, so our Bhagavan decided to climb on the chariot of whom? Akrura. And then the Brajvasis were crying in front of him, dear devotees. At that time, Sri Radha and the gopis, they came in front of him, and Bhagavan then spoke the most terrible lie that is ever to be spoken. What was the lie that he spoke, dear devotees? I'll come back. At this time, dear devotees, the gopis said something. Sri Radha said something. This verse is in a very long meter, Sragdhara. Srak means garland, long garland. Dhara means a lady who wears a long garland. So this meter is named Sragdhara because every line is very long like a garland. I'll try to sing every line by breaking it into two parts. Please repeat after me. Gachannesha tvamadya Spurasidayita bhokam saghatam vidhaya Svikartum rajatam ta Katham atha bhavatadagatiste vrajaya Tasmadasmabhirarthyam Tadidamiha bhavam statra nana viraja Tirthe sarvarthadena Smriti manudadatam anjalinam trayane. Have you heard this meter before, dear devotees? Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Saji. That's not a paragraph, dear devotees. That's a verse in the meter Sragdhara. Dear devotees, it is that moment when Bhagavan is leaving, and then he is saying, I will return back. Sri Radha says to Krishna, Gachan Esha Tvamadya. As you are going today, you are lying through your teeth. We know Spurasi Daita. Dear Krishna, we know in your heart you have one desire. What desire do you have? Kamsa Ghatam Vidhaya. You want to kill somebody. Whom do you want to kill? Kamsa is the ruler of Mathura. After you kill the king of Mathura, who will be the next king? You will be the next king. We know why you are going to kill him. Svikartum rajatam tat. You want to accept the monarchy of Mathura. Now Krishna tell us, Katham atha bhavatat. How is it going to be possible? Agatiste vrajaya, that you will return back to Vraja. Has it ever happened, Krishna, that a cowherd who became a king again returned back to become a cowherd? Don't lie, Krishna. Never lie like this. Tasmad, therefore we ask you one thing. Till today you did not give us anything. But today we want to ask you for one gift. Can you give us one gift? Tadidam iha bhavams tatra. Go there in Mathura, no problem. Nana virajat. There are many holy lakes in Mathura. Go to those holy lakes in Mathura. Take a bath in those holy lakes. And can you send us Anjali Nam Trayani, 3 palms of water as a gift for us? Can you send us a gift of 3 palms of water, Krishna? Dear devotees, the verse doesn't make sense like this. There is a hidden meaning behind the verse. Please hear carefully. 3 palms of water are only received by the dead in their afterlife. It is called tarpan for those who have died. Can you send us a gift? 3 palms of water. While we were living, we could not get anything from you. And we have heard that a person who dies with unfulfilled desires suffers in the afterlife. Can you at least send us a gift of 3 palms of water? This, dear devotees, is the translation. Prabhu, kindly read.
O Lord of our lives, today you are entertaining thoughts of accomplishing the death of Kans and accepting the monarchy of Mathura. How will your return to Braj ever be possible? It is impossible. Therefore, kindly do one last thing for us. In the various desire-fulfilling holy rivers and lakes around the city of Mathura, please remember us and send us a gift of 3 palms of water.
This, dear devotees, is a painting made exclusively for this verse. Although this never happened in reality, but the gopis wanted Krishna to do this. Dear devotees, after Sri Krishna left, for many decades, Krishna did not return. For many decades, Krishna did not return. 1 year passed, 2 years passed, a decade passed, 2 decades passed, 4 decades passed, dear devotees, our Bhagavan did not return to Vrindavan. Dear devotees, neither the Vrajavasis could go to Dwarka because who will entertain those villagers in Dwarka? Neither Krishna could easily come to Vrindavan. After 4 decades, dear devotees, there occurred an event. A solar eclipse occurred in Kurukshetra. And on the pretext of the solar eclipse, Krishna and all the Vrishnis, Yadavas, they ended up coming to Kurukshetra. On the pretext of the same event, dear devotees, the Vrajavasis also came to Kurukshetra. After 4 decades, dear devotees, in a small private tent in Kurukshetra, the Vrajavasis entered. The soldier said, everybody stand in one side, Maharaj will come shortly. So the Vrajavasis stood in one side, dear devotees. The soldiers were there. After 4 decades in that private tent in Kurukshetra, Sri Krishna entered in front of the Vrajavasis and had his first glance of the Vrajavasis, dear devotees. His eyes are looking for one particular personality. Whom are they looking for? But he has a big problem now. There is Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, he has to greet everybody. And he cannot publicly acknowledge his relationship in front of the soldiers and generals. With whom, dear devotees? Sri Radha. Nobody will acknowledge that relationship. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, is the name of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda mentioned?
Yes.
Is the name of Rukmini and Satyabhama and queens mentioned? Is the name of Sridama, Sudama, Sakhas of Krishna mentioned? Is the name of any one gopi mentioned directly? No society will accept that relationship. Their names were never mentioned. Dear devotees, this relationship will die in obscurity. Our Bhagavan is still searching for that particular person in that assembly in Kurukshetra. Finally, our Bhagavan happens to see Sri Radha, but her eyes are bowed down. She is not looking at him. On some pretext, our Bhagavan tells all the Vrajavasis, please go, have food, I will come. Everybody goes. When they are all going, he indicates to some of the gopis, you please stay. So all the Vrajavasis go, and that private tent, their devotees, after 40 years, our Bhagavan comes face to face with Sri Radha. And he looks directly in her eyes. Dear devotees, at that time our Bhagavan is not able to give any answer to her. That day our Bhagavan understood, I don't have this love. I don't have this love. I desire this love, but I cannot have it in this life. In order to understand this love, I'll have to take another life. I'll have to come again. Dear devotees, in the age of Kali, our Bhagavan came with the mood of Sri Radha. And this time he was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And dear devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri simply to relish this particular emotion. Because in Jagannath Puri, Bhagavan Jagannath is the king of Dwaraka. And Rath Yatra is meeting in Kurukshetra. And in Rath Yatra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but in whose mood, dear devotees? And Jagannath is Krishna, in whose mood, dear devotees? Krishna. So Krishna in the mood of Krishna again saw Krishna in the mood of whom? Radha. And when he saw that, dear devotees, in Rath Yatra, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ended up singing a mundane song. When he saw Jagannath eye to eye, dear devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started singing a song from a literature named Kavya Prakash. This literature is a mundane literature. Mundane means it has nothing to do with spiritual life, Radha Krishna. It's a poetry literature which has songs about men and women. So he's like today we have Bollywood. In those days they had novels and these literatures. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started singing this song in front of Jagannath. You can imagine what the devotees must be thinking. All right. Please sing after me. The verse is in the meter Shardul Vikriditam. Ya kaumar harasaeva varastaeva chaitra kshapas.
Ya kaumar harasaeva varastaeva chaitra kshapas.
Te chonmil damal di surabhaya praudha kadambanila.
Te chonmil damal di surabhaya praudha kadambanila.
Sachaivasmi tathapi tadra surata vyapar lila vidhau.
Sachaivasmi tathapi tadra surata vyapar lila vidhau.
Revarodhasi vedasi tarutale cheta samutkanthate.
Revarodhasi vedasi tarutale cheta samutkanthate.
This song has nothing to do with Radha Krishna. There is a lady who is meeting her beloved after many years. And after many years, she's meeting her beloved. Somebody arranges their marriage. After many years, they get married. And when they get married, after some time, she is remembering, Ya Kaumar Hara, that my lover. When I met him first, Sa eva hi varas. He is now my husband. And now it doesn't feel the same. Ta eva chaitra kshapas. The same nights of spring are there. Unmilita malati. The same fragrance of jasmine is there in the air. Praudha kadambanila. And the same cooling winds from the kadamba trees are blowing. Sa chaivasmi. I am the same person. He is the same person. But something has changed. Tathapi tatra surata vyapara leela vidhau. I remember the first meeting I had with him. Still I remember that. That sweetness is no longer there. Reva rodhasi. My mind wants to go on the bank of the river Reva. Reva is Narmada. Vetasi tarutale. Under a Vetasi tree. Chitta samutkantate. My heart is aching for that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not able to find proper words to express his emotions. So he is expressing it using an approximate poetry. This, dear devotees, is what happened in Rath Yatra. This is the translation. Kindly read, Prabhuji.
That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of Malati flowers is there. And the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover. Yet, still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire.
The devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sung this. The other devotees are confused. What is going on? Is this a song to be sung during Rath Yatra? It's an equivalent of what we have in Bollywood today, dear devotees. Is this the song to be sung during Rath Yatra? Sannyasi? People are confused. Only two people understand the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at this point of time. Most importantly, Sri Rupa Goswami understands. Sri Rupa Goswami comes back to his kutir on that day in Jagannath Puri and he composes a parallel mirror verse where Bhagavan failed, his poet succeeded, the devotees. So Sri Rupa Goswami created his finest Shikharini, the devotees, because our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was remembering this Leela. And our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Radha, in that mood, in that tent in Kurukshetra. Now he knows how it felt. Now he knows. So Sri Rupa Goswami wrote a verse. This verse is in the meter Shikharini. Priya soyam Krishna sahachari Kurukshetra milita.
Priya soyam Krishna sahachari Kurukshetra milita.
Tathaham saradha tadidamubhayo sangama sukham. Tadapyantah ghelam maduramuralipam chamajushe. Mano me galindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. Sri Radha's words, exact words in the feelings in her heart were captured by Sri Rupa Goswami, their devotees. Priya soyam Krishna, here in Kurukshetra, in this tent, in front of me is my dear one. Who is that, dear devotees? Krishna. Sahachari, oh dear friend. Sri Radha is saying to her dear friend. Who is the dear friend? Rupa Manjari is the dear friend. Sahachari Kurukshetra militas. And now we have met where, dear devotees? Kurukshetra. Tathaham saradha, and I am that very same who? Radha. Tadidamubhayo sangama sukham, but I am not able to have that same joy here in this meeting. Tadhapyanta khelan. In my mind there is always this desire playing. What is their desire? Madhura Murali Panchamajushe. He has not had his flute for so many years. I want to give him his flute in his hand and I want to hear the fifth note on his flute again. Mano me kalindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. My mind aches to hear that flute on the banks of the Kalindi, Yamuna. This is the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, kindly read.
Sri Radha said, "My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but still I would like to go to the bank of the Yamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute, playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan."
Sri Rupa Goswami composed this verse on a palm leaf, and that palm leaf he stuck on his thatched roof. And Rupa Goswami went to take a bath. When Rupa Goswami went to take a bath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to that kutir and he saw there some palm leaf sticking from the roof. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took out that palm. Priya Soyam Krishna Sachari Kurukshetra Militas Tataham Saradha Tadidamo Bhayo Sangama Sukham Tadhapyanta Khelan Madhuramurali Panchamachushe Mano me kalindi pulina vipinaya sprihayati. Rupa, you understood. You understood. When Rupa Goswami came there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lovingly slapped Rupa Goswami. Only you understood. Only you understood. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Svapada. Abhishtam means what is dear to the heart. Mano Abhishtam, what is most dear to the heart. Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam, what is most dear to the heart of whom, dear devotees? Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not only did he understand Sthapitam Yena Bhutale, he established it for everybody. Soyam Rupaha, when will that Rupa Goswami, Kadamahiyam, when will he, Dadati, when will he give Swapadantikam? Swapada Antikam, the shade of his lotus feet. Swapada Antikam, the inner meanings of his Pada poetry. When will Sri Rupa Goswami give me Swapadantikam, the shade of his feet or the inner meanings of his poetry? This, dear devotees, is the wonderful contribution of Srila Rupa Goswami. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Yadatra skalitam kinchid vidvam saha purayantu tat yadatra saushthavam kinchid tad guroreva vinay. Yadatra skalitam kinchid. If there are any mistakes in what I said, vidvamsa, your learned devotees, purayantu tat, please correct any mistakes. Yadatra saushthavam kinchid. But if there is anything nice, dear devotees, tad guroreva, it belongs to my Gurujanas. All the credit goes to Sri Rupa Goswami and the Guru Parampara. May nahi, it doesn't belong to me. Thank you very much, dear devotees, once again. Thank you, Achinte Gopal Prabhu. Thank you, Priyanka Mataji. Thank you, all wonderful devotees, for kindly coming here. So I don't know how much time we have for Q&A. Prabhuji, you have to tell us.
This topic, I don't think any questions can be asked. It's such a deep topic.
There is a question. The devotee who is deep is asking the deep question.
So, when Rupa Goswami is writing the drama, right? Satyabhama comes and tells you have to write it as two dramas because Vrindavan Krishna is different from Dwaraka Krishna. Can you explain how those two Krishnas are different?
The whole presentation was about that, Roja.
But it is, see, for us, it is the same Krishna who is going from Vrindavan to Dwarka.
No. I told you, no, he couldn't take his flute. How can it be the same Krishna? In Vrindavan, he used to wear his dhoti all the way up to his knees. He will raise it up to his knees and walk in the waters of Yamuna. In Dwarka, our Bada Maharaj cannot do that. No comfort clothing in Dwarka. Only formal clothes, So, casual wear is not allowed in Dwarka. He cannot play the flute. Has anybody heard of our Dwarkadhish playing the flute in Dwarka? No playing the flute, no wearing casual clothes, no coloring the body with minerals and ointments, no gali, no Holi. Sab kuch so. Big difference, Prabhuji, big difference. And Satyabhama Devi is not attracted to that Krishna. She is attracted to this one. And she knows Rupa Goswami is attracted to that Krishna. So she knows some of that may end up boiling here in this drama. So she said, keep a distinctive line between the two dramas. This and this. But Rupa Goswami knows even in Dwarka he was lamenting. 100% he was lamenting in Dwarka. There is no doubt about the fact that he was lamenting in Dwarka. So some of that boiled over. Although two distinct dramas were kept. Lalit Madhav and Vidag Madhav are the most brilliant gems produced by Sri Rupa Goswami. But we'll have to read it with a detailed understanding of each and every verse, because the dramas, they have many technical terms. There is Nandi. Nandi is invocatory verse. So there is a literature called Natak Chandrika. Natak Chandrika gives all the technical terms of the drama and what do they mean, and where Rupa Goswami has placed which technical aspect, that has to be understood by understanding Natak Chandrika. But that is the reason. So I hope that is. Thank you. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, thank you. For 2 hours we were transported. You mentioned that last verse. I felt like it reminded me of what attracted us to Krishna consciousness in the first place. And one point that you made was very striking, which is Krishna loves Vrindavan because the people are simple,
Right.
and their dealings are sweet.
Yeah.
Like if we say in Saurashtra, we say no kapat.
No,
There's no holding back.
Yeah.
So, and also this is the first time I'm listening to the Padyavali. It seems so rich,
Right.
rich in emotion. But on a day-to-day basis, the way we practice bhakti seems very rigid, regimented, perhaps a little hard-hearted. So how do we go back to the spirit?
See, the aim is to come to this. The aim is to come to this platform. The devotees, how many of us want to attain Goloka Vrindavan? Please raise your hands. So by that, what you describe as regimented, there's a technical name for that, Vaidhi Bhakti. So Vaidhi Bhakti is incapable of taking us to Goloka Vrindavan. No matter how difficult it may sound for us, I will not make a statement without a praman. Because we need a praman for this. And I have made a very big claim. Vaidhi Bhakti cannot take us where? Goloka Vrindavan. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sakal Jagat More Kare Vidhi Bhakti Vidhi Bhakti Vraja Bhava Paite Nahi Shakti. So it's evident enough, but Mataji, please read Prabhupada's own translation.
Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulated principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees in Braja.
This is Shastra speaking through Vyatirek Mukh, through negativity. By doing this, you cannot attain. Then what? By doing what can you attain? That also has to be spoken. That is called Vidhi Mukh. It is Vyatirek, negative injunction. Now we have to speak through Vidhi Mukh. Raganuga marge tare bhajaye jana sei jana paye braje Brajendra Nandana. This is the secret. This is vidhi what you have to do. So I told Nishedh Mukh, by doing you will not attain. Now by doing what you will attain. This is the translation. Mataji, kindly read.
If one worships the Lord on the path of spontaneous love and goes to Vrindavana, he receives the shelter of Brajendra Nandana, the son of Nanda Maharaj.
So the technical name of spontaneous path is what in the Raganuga mark. So Vidhi Bhakti is not capable of taking us to Goloka Vrindavan. That is also Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Rag Bhakti is able to take us to Golok Vrindavan. That is also Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that regimented Bhakti is not going to help us attain Goloka Vrindavan. Somehow or other we should attain the platform of spontaneous Bhakti. Now I would like to quote Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because he is the strictest Acharya on this particular path. And if he says something, then it will definitely 100% be accepted. So let me quote Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said something. One fine day, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur took up parikrama to Vrindavan. And the end of the parikrama, they went to Radha Kund. In Radha Kund, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur suddenly started giving a lecture. People were taken by surprise on Ashtakaliya Lila, the most confidential esoteric pastimes of Radha and Krishna. This was the last thing people were expecting from whom? Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But what he spoke on that day was recorded, and fortunately we have the exact words of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Mataji, you kindly read what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said in 1932 in his parikrama at Radha Kund in a lecture. Please read.
All these days we have not spoken about Ashtakaliya Leela, conjugal eightfold pastimes of Radha Krishna. But this is our most confidential asset. This is our only sadhya, perfection. One should not make the mistake of thinking that anartha nivritti, overcoming impediments such as lust, etc., is the prayojana, goal of bhakti. One thinking like this will never enter into artha pravritti, acquiring one's actual need. For this reason, I will now begin speaking about Ashtakali.
Arey, but there are so many unqualified people in the audience. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, what are you doing?
I know that you're not ready to hear it, but we should know that such a transcendental ideal exists within the realm of devotion. Beyond the realm of anartha nivritti is artha pravritti, pure conjugal service to Radha and Krishna. This is transcendental reality. If we do not know of this transcendental realm, then all of our efforts may end in nirvishesha vada or impersonalism.
Yeah, if we don't know of anything positive, throughout our life we will keep doing neti neti, no meditating, no intoxication, no. And who does neti neti? Impersonal. Then what if everything is no, then what is yes? So this is why he said that. Please read ahead.
Do not let your day pass in simply trying for anartha nivritti. Artha pravritti is also necessary. Anartha nivritti is necessary only until artha pravritti has started. I'm going to read it again. Anartha nivritti is necessary only until artha pravritti has started. When artha pravritti is present, anartha nivritti becomes unimportant and artha pravritti becomes prominent.
Now, but still, who is eligible? We will think we are forever ineligible for artha pravritti. So then he gives a fixed time limit.
Those who chanted Harinama for 15 or 20 years should know such things. The beginners need not hear these topics or they will misunderstand. These topics are for certain audiences, not for all.
The devotees, since the day we first started chanting Hare Krishna, how many have spent 15 years or more since the first time we chanted Hare Krishna? Please raise your hand. And not fake humility. I am still trying to chant. No, not like that. Please raise your hand. Those who have spent at least 15 years, by this time you should know about which Leela? Ashtakali. Padyavali is still way before Ashtakali Leela. Padyavali is still just the entry point into all of that. Ashtakali Leela is the final point of,
But how much Harinam for 50 years? One month every day.
those who have engaged in the practice of japa, no matter what japa, how many rounds. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, some devotees he would initiate on 4 rounds, some devotees on 16 rounds, some devotees on 64 rounds. Everybody was not given same number of rounds. Householder sometimes would be initiated on how many rounds? 4. Sometimes on 16. Sometimes the full-time residents in the mutt would be expected to chant how many rounds? 64. According to the free time that one had, they were initiated according to that number. But those who from any number of rounds, those who have chanted for 15 or 20 years should know. Now, after 15 years also, if we don't know, that means something was not correctly followed. We need to do some course correction. So that is what is the expectation of the previous acharyas. Otherwise, nirvisheshvad. Entire life will be spent in anartha nivritti. How many of us want to spend our entire life in anartha nivritti? Hare? No? Then artha pravritti is important. That is, thank you. Yes.
There's a verse in Srila Goswami says, by hearing the playful
Vikriditam vrajavadu biridam cha Vishnu. Yeah.
And the lust in the heart is
Conquered.
all this intimate leela of Krishna with the gopis. I mean, this is okay. This is like humorous and nice, but there are other leelas, Rasa Panchadya.
Wonderful, yeah.
So those, unless you are free from lust, you cannot appreciate those. But then I don't know how should we.
All right, very nice. The question is, did you understand the question? It's I'll share the verse which he is quoting because it's very important. 10:33-39 is the verse. Vikriditam vrajavadhu biridam cha Vishnu Shraddhan vito nushrunadyadatha varnayedya Bhaktim param bhagavati pratilabhya kamam Ridrogamashva pahinotya chirena dhira. Prabhu, kindly read the translation.
Anyone who faithfully hears or describes the Lord's playful affairs with the young gopis of Vrindavan will attain the Lord's pure devotional service. Thus he will quickly become sober and conquer lust, the disease of the heart.
Alright. So, but first he should conquer lust, then he should hear. Na? This is the point. I hope you are able to understand. Shukdev Goswami is saying, first he will hear, then he will conquer. And Prabhuji is saying, I have been taught that first you should conquer, then you should hear. So what comes first? Huh?
Hearing.
Oh. So there is very important thing there. There is a very important adverb mention. Shraddhanvito, with proper shraddha, which means that a proper guru should explain how the pastimes are not material. The proper guru should inculcate shraddha in the disciple. That how the pastime, first the guru should tell the tattva. This is the tattva behind the pastimes. Krishna's body is not made out of 7 material substances: skin, flesh, blood, fat, bone, marrow, semen. These are the sapta dhatus that make up human body. Krishna's body is not made out of sapta dhatu. Krishna's body is made out of Sat, Chit, Ananda. So Bhagavan does not have a material body. Categorically, his pastimes are of a different category altogether. Categorically, they are different. Then the Guru explains how Krishna, his Leela is such that no human being can ever, try to imitate that. But then why after this Leela is, after this Siddhanta is firmly fixed in the heart of the disciple, then the Guru starts narrating. And then the disciple gets the understanding, oh, acha, this is what actually happened. And then the disciple comes to know, my goodness, the amount of the variety of love that exists in the spiritual world. It is impossible for me to attain this love in the material world. But I can attain the love in the spiritual world if I faithfully follow in the footsteps. And I can taste it here. There's one quality of kavya, one quality of devotional poetry that is mentioned in the previous Acharya's literature. I would like to show that quality. I was reading about it today. The one quality that is mentioned, can you see here? Niyati krita niyama rahitam. Can you see here? This is one quality of poetry. Niyati krita niyama. There's Brahma has created some niyam. The niyam is, if you want to go back to Godhead, if you want to go to heaven also, you have to die first. Isn't it? But in the world of poetry, devotional poetry, without dying, you can go back to Godhead. The world of poetry is devoid of the rules created by Brahma. I hope you're able to understand. The devotee gets a window to enter into the spiritual world through the poetry of Shukadeva Goswami and Rupa Goswami. How many of us want to enter that world? But Shraddhanvito, when he understands, then he knows, Arey, lust was useless. Useless. This is actual. This is the actual love that I wanted. I didn't want lust. I wanted ras. What did I want? Ras. And then I, finally on attaining ras, bhakti ras, the jiva is fully satisfied. And lust is automatically conquered. So hearing with Shraddha is the cause and conquering of lust is the effect. Let's not make conquering of lust as the cause and hearing of pastimes as the effect. I hope you are able to understand. So that is very important.
Thank you for explaining this. Because people, most of the time, they see, oh, I am doing this is wrong, that is wrong. And they go into that inferiority feeling.
Yeah.
But Shraddha
Yeah.
is the easy solution.
Yeah. So a guru, proper guru who has already attained that, he inculcates the Shraddha. Then you go inside. You have a guru with you. Don't go alone. Don't go alone. Have a guru. Shiksha or Diksha? Any guru. Yeah. I'll come to you, Prabhu.
Vrindavan Kurukshetra Padam Ikam. Krishna does not.
Krishna never leaves Vrindavan even for a moment. That is in Aprakat Lila. Aprakat means that Lila which is invisible to everybody and constantly going on. In Prakat Lila, Krishna leaves. Because he wants to himself relish separation. He wants the Vrajavasis to also relish separation. Separation is another great joy, another flavor of great joy.
So it's Golok Vrindavan.
He doesn't leave for Dwarka, etc., but he leaves every day for the forest. That is also Viraha. That type of Viraha has a technical name, Pravas. What is it called? Pravas. So Pravas is experienced daily by even the residents of Goloka Vrindavan. That is the answer. Yes, Prabhuji.
So, not a question, one request. So, Rupa Goswami in that thinks that there are 1,000 names of Krishna dances in my tongue. Can you please sing that song?
Oh, sure. That verse is upstairs.
Yeah.
Let's show that verse. Why sing that verse? You know.
Yeah, please.
So. This is the verse from Padyavali. We have time, na?
Yes.
Yes, okay. ठीक है, चलो. Let's sing together. Meter is Shardul Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtam. Tunde Tandaviniratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdhaye Karna kroda kadambini ghatayate Karnarbudebhya spriham Cheta prangana sangini vijayate Sarvendriyanam kritim No jane janita ki adhiramritaye Krishne tivarna When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this verse, he said, I've never heard such a glorification of Bhagwan's Naam. I've never heard. Never ever I have heard such a glorification of Krishna Naam. Hear the glorification carefully, dear devotees. The object to be glorified is kept secret till the end. But when you are reading the verse, you keep wondering who is being glorified, who is being glorified, who is being glorified. And at the end, the secret is broken. But while translating, I have to first break open the secret. All right? Otherwise, you people will say, what is happening here? So the entity being glorified is Varna Dvayi, the two-syllable lady. Rupa Goswami could have said Varna Dvaya. No. Varna Dvayi, the two-syllable lady. And what are the two syllables? Krishna. This lady has two syllables, Krishna. This two-syllable lady has produced such a magic. I'll tell you one by one what all magic she has produced. Tunde, when this lady enters into the mouth, Tandavini, she starts dancing and dancing beautifully. Dancing in the assembly hall of the mouth. Arre, but who is there in the assembly hall of the mouth to watch the dance? Tell me. There are 32 Dvijas. What is meaning of Dvija? Twice born. How many times do teeth take birth? So one of the names of teeth is also Dvija. So there are, if you have a perfect set, that is. So there are 32 Dvijas sitting in the assembly. She dances in that assembly. Now, dear devotees, previously when a dancer would dance nicely, they would be given paritoshik. What is paritoshik? Some prize. So she also wants a prize, dear devotees. What prize does she want? Tundavali labdaye. She wants many more mouths for dancing. This is the prize she wants. Acha. Next, when she enters into the ears, her form changes. Karna Kroda, when she enters into the ear holes, she turns into Kadambini. What is Kadambini? Kadambini is Kadambi Shak. Now, how many know what is Kadambi Shak? In Hindi, it's called Kalmi Shak. Those who are Bengali, they know. Because Bengali is whatever leafy, if it is not poisonous, they will cook it. All right, that is. So the Bengalis, Rupa Goswami is from that part of India. So Kadambini is actually Kalmi Shak. In English, it is called water spinach. Karna Kroda, as soon as she enters into the ear hole, she turns into Kadambini, water spinach. Ghatayate, and if you have seen Kadambi Shak, it will, when it grows so vigorously, it will not leave even half an inch of space for more growth. So what does Kadambi Shak want, dear devotees? What does it want? More space. So Karnar Budebhyas Priham. She wants millions of more years for further growth. This is what she wants. Chetaha Prangana. Finally, when she enters into the courtyard of the mind. So dear devotees, she is a lady. When a lady first time enters into a courtyard, the indication here is she is entering as a Vadhu, as a married girl. When a married girl first time enters into the courtyard of a home, and then there is a ceremony. What ceremony is there, dear devotees? She kicks the kalash. And that indicates something, dear devotees, very important. What it indicates is she is the new queen of the home. The old queen should थोड़ा बाजू में हो जाना है, ठीक? The Chetah Prangana, as soon as she enters into the Prangan, the courtyard of the mind, Sangini, she becomes the life partner of the living entity, of the mind. And as soon as she becomes a life partner, she becomes the Grihini. So the mind is the controller of all the senses. Vijayate Sarvendriyanam, she takes over the functions of all the senses. Just as an expert Grihini, householder lady, takes over all the functions of the home. So dear devotees, Sri Rupa Goswami is saying something. This lady is interested only in takeovers. When she enters the mouth, she takes over the mouth and wants more mouths. And she enters the ears, she takes over the ear and wants more ears. And she enters the mind, she takes over all the functions of the senses. This lady is taking over everything. Huh? No jane, I don't know. Janita ki yadbhir amrita, how many sweet varieties of nectar were churned into the production of this wonderful lady. Which lady is that? Krishna iti varnadvai, the lady consisting of two syllables. Krish and Na. This was what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard. Oh my goodness, Rupa Goswami, I have never heard such a glorification of Krishna Naam. This is the translation. Prabhu, kindly read.
When the bisyllabled name Krishna enters the mouth, it dances around and desires many more mouths as its reward. On entering the ear holes, it sprouts like the Kadambi Shakha, water spinach, and exhibits a desire for tens of millions of years. Finally, when it enters the courtyard of the mind, it becomes the faithful companion of the soul and takes over the activities of all other senses. I do not know how many varieties of nectar have gone into the formation of this bisyllable.
So, dear devotees, there's one detail. How many of you have seen Kadambi Shak? No, no? Don't worry. Today we have PowerPoint. Alright. This is Kadambi Shak, dear devotees. How much space is remaining for further growth? So, Karna Kroda, when she enters in Karna, Kadambini. So, in the translation, Chaitanya Charitamrita is sprouts. But sprouts like what? The term is Kadambini. Sprouts like the Kadambi Shak. And Gatayate Karanar Buddhe, she wants millions of more years. Just like the Kadambi Shak wants unlimited area for expansion. So that is what it is. So I hope, Prabhu, that satisfies your query. Alright. Thank you. Okay.
So, Yashoda had given birth, according to Hari Vansha, one purport, to twins.
Yeah.
And then that Krishna came from Mathura.
Yeah.
And the Vrindavan Krishna and Mathura Krishna combined.
Yeah.
And Vasudeva took the
Girl. Huh?
So when Akrura came to take Krishna, isn't it that they separated, like the original Krishna who came from Mathura, the other Krishna who came from Mathura went, and this Krishna remained and he at Akrur Ghat or wherever they took the bath and he came back to Vrindavan. Is that the correct?
All of this is in Prakat Leela or Aprakat Leela?
So this is in the Krishna book it is mentioned.
I know. This is from Tattva point of view. From a Tattva point of view, Krishna never leaves. In Aprakat Leela, Aprakat means that which is not visible in front of everybody's eyes, but it is invisibly going on behind eternally. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. But in Prakat Leela, there was separation. And I will tell you a small secret. After 3 months, Krishna came back secretly once to visit. Should I show you? Yes? Okay, chalo. I will show you that in Lagu Bhagavat Amritam. It is specified. So Lagu Bhagavat Amritam says something. Please repeat after me. Vraje prakata leelayam Trin masan viraho muna. In Vraja, in which leela? Prakat leela. Trin masan viraha. The viraha was for how many months? But what you are saying is aprakat leela. That is tattva. That ordinary people cannot see. That this Krishna is separating, this Krishna is going, that Krishna is remaining. That is aprakat leela. Prakat leela, there is actual separation. And the separation was for how many months? 3. Krishna came back secretly, visited shortly, went back. Did Krishna used to come in between? Yes or no?
Yes.
Secretly, one day, go back. Right? Srimad Bhagavatam, the residents of Dwarka are saying to Krishna, Kurun madhun vath suhriddi drikshaya. Please read, Prabhu. What does it say?
O lotus-eyed Lord, whenever you go away to Mathura, Vrindavan, or Hastinapur to meet your friends and relatives, every moment of your absence seems like billions of years.
Oh,
O infallible one, at that time our eyes become useless as if we were out of the sun.
acha. This is in Bhagavatam 1.11.9. Did Bhagwan used to go secretly? Of course. He would visit. Therefore, Rupa Goswami knows how much he was hankering, even in Dwarka. Now everything makes sense. ठीक है, चलो. All right. Okay, चलो.
So devotees, this is the last session by Prabhu in this visit to Columbus. Let's show our love, affection and gratitude. And Prabhu by loudly saying, Hari Bol.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
You have to guide us what is the next. What is next? I thought there is something going on. I saw some arrangements. I don't know if there is anything else. No, nothing. Prasadam prayers.